Hey, it's Alec from IAT, and you're watching CMS TV.
From the Mob Rules release, that of course is Black Sabbath with the Sign of the Southern Cross, featuring Ronnie James Dio on lead vocal. That one going out by request to my nephew James. A couple Whitesnake tunes in there, some early Whitesnake with Steal Away. For Hardy Boy, also Whitesnake from the Slide It In release with Love Ain't No Stranger for Jackal.
Wait a
Russian.
minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jackal picked something as modern as the mid '80s.
Yeah, believe it or
That
not.
can't be right.
Yep.
Must have a
He
younger
fell,
cousin or something that
he,
sent that
he,
in.
he fell through a time warp.
He escaped that '70s vortex he lives in for a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. It was in one of the episodes of Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, it must have been. That must be
He,
it.
he, he he was in the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Rush in there with Bastille Day for John Phillips. Montrose was Space Station number 5 for Roger. And of course, kicking off that block was Something for Chris, Audrey Horn with Goddamn Beautiful.
Here we go.
So kind of a rock block of classic sounding tunes, including that Audrey Horn.
I love that, man. And it's weird because the guy that I talked to, Arve Dale, he's also the guitar player for the band Enslaved. So he goes from this brutal heavy band to that.
Sure.
And that band is apparently popular as shit in Europe. That Audrey Horn, I guess they're a headlining act in Europe, and they toured with AC/DC and Motley Crue, and I guess they're a big band, but here in the States, they can't give anything away.
Right.
So, but I like that. I just like that
Kind of
song.
like Kurt Vanderhoof doing his metal church and then doing his presto ballet.
Right. Exactly right. Same exact thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we are into the second segment of the Classic Metal Show. So what do you have, Chris?
I've got plenty, oh plenty. I'm going to start out with answering a question that you and I asked, I don't know, a month or two ago. Do you remember? It might even have been longer. I don't remember when this was, but it was. Remember we were playing the video of Steelheart and of Mealy Metajevic and Jeff Keith doing the Foghat cover?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you remember how we were as we were talking through it, we were like, what the hell would make these guys do this? Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I mean, we often question just odd pairings like that and odd choices of, tunes. It's just like, so what prompted this?
Exactly. So I talked with Mealy this week about he's promoting that Badfinger cover that we played last 2 weeks ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to him about that, but then I was like, let me ask you about this and that and a couple of other things. And I asked him specifically about that. So I put the clip together. Let me put it on the screen here. So here is Mealy Metajevic of Steelheart explaining how he hooked up with Jeff Keith and why they did this Foghat cover. Because now we have an answer, at least. It's always good if I try real hard when I have guys like this that I've interviewed a bunch of times if we've talked about them, to kind of remember what we talked about a little bit so that we can get some questions answered.
Right.
So
we want answers, goddammit.
we do talk about these bands, so we might as well I got them on the phone or on the screen or whatever. I might as well ask them, right?
Right.
So here's Mealy from Steelheart talking about how what's the song? I just can't. What is the song? I just want to make love to you.
Okay.
I asked him about doing that Foghat song with Jeff Keith, and here's the answer. Start with the Foghat song that you did with Jeff Keith. I mean, how did that come together? And I'm imagining Jeff from down the road, but how did you end up bringing him in to work with you?
So I met Jeff on the Monsters of Rock like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And as soon as we met and we just connected, it was like, nah, we're done. We're brothers. It's over. I
Right.
know you it's like a lifetime thing, And so we hung out quite a bit, and then we kept in touch. And then I was doing the Monsters of Rock. I was doing an acoustic set this year. Was it last year at the end of the year, or I can't remember anymore. But anyways, recently.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on it as well. And as soon as I saw him, I said, Jeff, listen, man, why don't we do a song together? Like two bros having a blast, two guys, going in there, rock and roll, you know what I mean? A duet. And he goes, I like it, Millie, let's do it. Let's do it. What do you want to do? What song you want to do? I said, let's do Foghat song. It's like, great. So I'm doing an acoustic set on the boat. Well, they had an off night. And what does he do? He jumps up on stage and he just starts singing, I don't want you to be no slave. I start singing that. And then I sang a little bit and I was like, there it is. Everybody's our witness. We're doing that song.
Nice.
So I tell, listen, I'll get it together. Let me produce it. I'll get it going and I'll call you when I'm ready. So I call him maybe a couple of weeks after the boat, Monsters of Rock cruise. And I said, so I call him on a Sunday, and I only had the drums and the guitars on, like rough. These were just, the drums were done, but the guitars were rough, just to see how the vibe is going to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I call him. I say, hey, Jeff, well, when can you come down? I'm thinking maybe a couple of weeks or whatever, get myself prepared. He goes, I'll be there Wednesday. But I'm smart enough not to say no.
Right.
You don't want to, you know what I mean? That could be like you say, I'm not, you know how that works. And all of a sudden, 2 years go by. So I was like, fine. Pick them up Wednesday. We came in my studio here and we sang and sang and sang and sang. I got to tell you, we were done the first day.
Wow.
But kept singing. And we're just enjoying ourselves. And Jeff just loves to sing and he just keeps going. I go, Millie, let me do another take. I want to do another take. I go, Jeff, we got 15 of them we got to choose from. They're all good. Which one do you want to do? He goes, no, I can do it better. I'm like, going, fuck. Oh, there's that short one.
There it is.
But I will say this, he stayed with me and we did nothing but laugh.
Right.
And that was a lot of fun, and we recorded it, came out. I really enjoyed it. I really think we did a good job. And then he came back out. We did a photo shoot. And during the photo shoot, I was like, you know what? We should shoot a video. So I told the photographer, why don't you just turn on that thing into a video camera now and let's just shoot it. So we used, good camera.
So there you go. That's basically it. So,
yeah.
But there's our answer. So apparently they met on the Monsters of Rock cruise. Well,
hello, friends.
Hello, friend.
Well, those kind of things, just to use a term that Chris Bacon used to use quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Those things come together organically.
They do.
And that apparently was one of them times that, you just sort of have a kindred spirit when you meet somebody.
Right.
Kind of like you and I did when we first got together on the mic for the first time.
Right.
We tell the story in the book, our version of it when Chris and I first got on the mic together for the first time. And it just clicked.
Yeah, it was pretty immediate. It was like
it was immediate, and it just worked. And here it is 30 years later, and it still works as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, getting back to Jeff Keith and Mr. Menejevic there,
right.
They obviously had that chemistry, that thing that worked. And when you get along with somebody, especially musically, these musicians have a kinship, in the fact that this is their livelihood. This is all they know. This is what they've done.
Right.
They just have an appreciation for each other's talents and abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, Mike, I'm just not used to calling him Melee.
I know, dude. Let me find this
He's
real
Mike Menajevic as far as I'm concerned.
Me too.
And I saw your little post that you've never been a Steelheart fan.
I really never was.
I've been a Steelheart fan since I first heard him, But regardless of that, I met Mike almost 2 years ago. I met him.
Malenko, please.
Yes.
Hey metalheads, tired of waiting for new episodes? Crave the real raw classic metal show? For just $4.99 a month, you can become a CMS VIP. You get every episode a full week early, completely uncensored, and 100% commercial free. It's the only place to interact directly with the show, plus you score the Fast Pass, so your song requests get bumped straight to the head of the line on every live version. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now at classicmetalshow.locals.com and become a CMS VIP today.
I met him. He was opening for Warrant, Dokken, and April Wine. And I met him backstage and chit-chatted up with him for a few minutes. But getting back to his story, though, it's just cool that these guys have the ability to, just get together and just hang out and do something that they love together.
Yeah. He's the coolest guy. He's one of the coolest guys that I interview, and I'll interview him. I told him after the interview, we were talking a little bit, he has a new project getting ready to come out with Nicholas from In Flames. It's going to be just like, he said it sounds like In Flames with him singing over it. I'm like, oh my God, take my money. I'm all about that. Yeah. But he's just one of the good ones, and I could see Jeff Keith, who's another one of the good ones. I could see those two just getting together and be like, yeah, this is fun. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Dude, I'm gonna share one more thing that I should have actually edited this out. It's so bad. You know as well as I do, man. Every once in a while you come across a name or something that you just can't say. And his is that name that I always fuck up. Mm-hmm. And I fucked his name up so bad in this interview. And he rolled with it, so I rolled with it, but this is one of the all-time butcherings from me. Mm-hmm. And you know me, I don't give a shit if people see it or not. So check out his name is, well, here, I'll play the ID first. I'll back it all the way up so that you can hear the ID. And then I'll play the ID. Let me put it on the screen. And then I'll play the intro where you can hear me doing his name, which is two very different things. Check this out.
Everybody out there, this is Mealy from Steelheart. You are watching CMS TV.
No, he didn't do it. Well, it's like Miljenko Medvedev or something like that. I just fucked it completely. I mean completely. Check this out. Today on the show, we are having a returning guest, one of my favorite guys in all of the business, whose voice is beyond extraordinary. And he is back with a very, very, very tough song to sing. You know, just me as a lousy karaoke singer, I would never attempt this song. It's way too much for me. But when you've got a 4-octave range, I guess nothing is scary. He's of course promoting the cover of Badfinger's "Without You," and we'll talk about other things as well. He is the lead vocalist of Steelheart. He is Miljenko Medvedev. Mealy, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
I just swung and missed.
Yeah, you just like glossed right over it.
I was just like, he is like. That is one of the worst fuck ups I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy name to pronounce.
No, it's not. But man, that is brutal.
Yeah, it's Mike Menajevic.
Yeah, I know. Let's go back to that. Let's just go back to it. And boy, let me just back that up a little bit. I got to play it one more time. I just butcher it so bad. I literally, you could hear me just trying to just mumble it so that he can't hear how I'm fucking up his name.
Right.
He's of course promoting the cover of Bad Fingers Without You, and we'll talk about other things as well. He is the lead vocalist of Steelheart. He is Miljenko Medvedev. Mealy, how are you, man?
No, Genko. I mean, it's not as bad as you think it sounds.
I hate it. I'm just like,
Well,
man.
I'm sure, but I mean, just the average listener,
Yeah, they won't know.
they won't know. I mean, but you're really putting a spotlight on it, and it's really not as bad as you think it is.
Oh, but still, I just knew. I knew when I did it, it was fucked up. You can see, look at the look on my face. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, this is one of those things that you hear it and it's 10 times worse in your own head than the average person who's just listening to the interview.
Right.
Wouldn't even think two seconds about it.
Right. Skippy in the chat room. Close enough, Chris.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like nobody would even think that you fucked it up.
Yeah. I did. I was like, ugh. But the worst part is I fucked it up every time the last time I was even like when I interviewed him a year or two ago, whatever it was, I literally called him Mealy from Steelheart because I knew I was going to fuck up his last name. It's just one of those, you know how it is, dude. I mean, you get it all the time when you're reading stories and whatnot, and you come across some fucking name from somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's like you take a shot, or you just say, when we're reading a story, we can go, it's Muhammad blah 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 from
or some name I can't pronounce.
Yeah, you just say it. I can't say that to him. I can't be like, well, here's the guy from Steelheart. How you doing, bro? I can't do that either. So I took a swing and I felt like I missed. Maybe it's a foul ball instead of a pure miss, but
right.
wasn't real pleasant. I was like not happy with myself, but I think, man, you're probably right. I'm probably making more out of it than it is, but whatever. You want to be, you want to be good with this shit.
Of course you do, and especially when you're face to face with the guy.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you like the guy,
and you don't want to flub up their name.
Right?
Yeah.
That's. I was just waiting for him to be like, dude, seriously.
Yeah, he's a small guy too.
Is he?
Yeah, he very very slight of frame, just kind of a smaller guy, but very nice. Like I said, I chatted it up with him for a little bit, and first time I ever met him, first time I actually saw Steelheart perform, so it was good.
I don't know how I missed Steelheart, but I just kind of did.
Well, that was when you were in Korea.
Yeah, that's probably it. But he's huge in Asia. Surprising that I wouldn't have seen him there, but I don't know. I probably, you know what? Who knows? There was a lot of those bands that I didn't really listen to much, the Firehouse and Steelheart and whatever. But I like Steelheart now. I listen to them. Actually, I've really toned down on a lot of the bands that everybody listens to over and over, like Motley Crue or Poison or Warrant or any of that stuff. And when I go to like hair metal mode, it's always like Firehouse or Steelheart or these bands that I didn't burn out on, and Steelheart's one of those I'm like, God damn it, I wish I would have been listening to that in the 90s because that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but instead I moved over to Cannibal Corpse and other pleasant sounding tunes like that. So,
yeah, well, that was just to numb your anger.
Yeah, exactly.
Or stoke your anger, one or the other.
Match it.
Yeah.
I want to kill your mother and eat her fucking heart.
I need something. I need something to level me out.
Yep. All right, let's move forward. I know that's just a little quick one. Well, I got one more quick one for you. Friend of the show, friend of yours, friend of mine, Stephen Piercy, released a trailer or a teaser for a new single off of the Dog Mob, called, I forget what it's called. It is called All Night Long. Let me share this. Let me pop this up. And here it is. Already playing, I guess. Let's kick it back to the beginning here. So here it is. This is Stephen Piercy with whatever this is. There we go. Where's this? So there you go, a little taste.
Oh, God, that's great.
Thank you, Stephen. This thing, what is it doing?
Well, I like the snippet.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good high energy.
Yeah. I'm assuming that means we're going to get the full song this week, I would think. So yeah, so Stephen's getting ready to release the Dog Mob at some point here.
All right.
I guess at that point we'll probably have to have Stephen or Eric or both on the show, don't you think?
Of course.
You know.
Of course.
Yeah, we like
when I saw Stephen a few weeks ago and sat there in his dressing room shooting the shit with him for a few minutes.
Right.
You know, he's Stephen. Stephen's a character, man. He's just funny.
He is a funny guy.
He always makes me laugh. He's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I when the road manager took me to his dressing room first, and I went in and hung out with him for a few minutes and shot the shit, and then went over and hung out with Eric and met Joel Hoekstra and chatted it up with Blas Elias, and we were doing almost the same thing we did in the first hour here, talking about health and supplements and dietary and workouts and all kinds of stuff, because we're all in the same age group, Eric being a little bit younger, but he suffered a heart attack.
Yeah.
So he's got to be, on his game, taking care of himself and so on and so forth. But then we were sitting in the I guess you would call it the catering room, and we were just sitting at the table, just eating a few things that they had on the cater, and Steven just comes in and he starts picking through everything on there, and he just starts grabbing up stuff because he's like, I'm ready to go back to the hotel, so I'm taking this, this, and this.
It's funny.
So
he might as well. It's his tray.
Yeah, I know, but it's just kind of funny though. He was just, I'm not sticking around, but I'm taking this shit to go.
What's funny is he probably eats like 2 carrots a day.
Yeah, I know.
You see how skinny he is. He's so small.
I know, for 69 years old, 70 years old.
70 something, yeah. Yeah, he's starting to get old looking a little bit. He's definitely starting to look his age a little bit.
Yeah, he's looking a little leathery.
Yeah, well, whatever. He's been doing it 50 fucking years or something. Yeah. So I guess he can adopt that look, I guess. So
it's just kind of funny that he, from being, I'm sure the party days of Rat to, during his solo days and arcade and doing his own solo shows and, getting back with Rat and stuff. But he gradually went from, the partying, drinking, potentially drugging, down to no drinking, no drugging, no partying, dealing with a cancer scare.
Right.
Down to just smoking a cigarette, down to nothing.
Right.
So he's like doing nothing because because just a few years ago, what was it? When Smash came out, that was like 17, I think.
I think so, yeah.
2017. So it's almost been 10 years already.
Right.
But he was smoking a cigarette, and he goes, "This is the only thing I've got." And I don't even think he smokes now anymore.
Oh, really?
No.
Does he still smoke pot?
I can't answer. I don't know the answer. I've never seen him do it, but but it's just kind of funny. But now he just, just clean and sober
Well, good for him.
at 69 years old.
Exactly. Well, at least he's not like some of these other dummies that we hear that are like the same age and they're still doing blow and whatever. It's like, what are you
Yeah, I
doing,
know.
you fucking idiots?
I know.
All right, next one I'm gonna bring up. We'll play some of the song. I like this song, and I don't know anything really about, because it's a guy from Alice Cooper. I really don't know shit about him. There's a band called Crossbone Scully. Are you aware of this band?
Yes, who was it telling me about them? Somebody had sent me a link to I think
video.
it might be, yeah, somebody must have sent me a link to it.
Okay. I didn't know really shit about it. It's Tommy Hendrickson from Alice Cooper and Hollywood Vampires. And it's a cool song, and they did a song with Phil Collin from Def Leppard, and they got Mutt Lange to produce it, which is pretty cool. And honestly, when you hear the song, it sounds like a Def Leppard song.
Sure, it does.
It's very obvious that Phil is playing on it and Mutt is producing it. There's no question.
It's like having David Foster produce your song and having it sound like 1980s Chicago.
Right.
Because these guys have their own sound that they inject into anything that they produce.
Sure. Well, the reason I'm bringing this to the table is not about the song or the band or anything. I got nothing bad to say about these guys at all. But I certainly got a couple of thoughts about the press release. Because this is a doozy of the press release. I know we make fun of it a lot and we know it's all AI and whatever. This takes the cake. This might be the all-time silliest one ever. Let me put it here on the screen. Check this out. Share the screen. All right. Crossbone Scully recruits Def Leppard's Phil Collin and legendary producer Mutt Lange for Thunder Love single. That's fine. That sounds good. But listen to this. Crossbone Scully has released a brand new single, Thunder Love, that features Def Leppard's Phil Collin, capturing a thunder-shaking midnight encounter between two sinners. The song is a shot of lightning and lust-fueled chemistry, delivering the first strike from Crossbone Scully's upcoming sophomore album, Condemned to Rock and Roll, to be made available by Ear Music. What in the fuck? All you need is the guy that reads it goes, in a world. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That's a hell of a sentence, isn't it?
It's jam-packed with adjectives.
Oh, my God. And just a shot of lightning and lust-fueled chemistry. What? What does that even mean? Honestly, what does that mean? What is a shot of lightning and lust-fueled chemistry?
It's hot and passionate love.
Is it?
It's lusty urges just exploding together.
Oh, wonderful. Let me read a little more. I mean, not all of it is this, but it's just like, Jesus Christ. Fronted by Tommy Hendrickson of Alice Cooper and the Hollywood Vampires, Crossbone Scully is a gritty hard rock band featuring fellow Alice Cooper guitarist Anna Blackthorne Cara and a revolving cast of rock and roll misfits, teaming up with Colin and the legendary producer Robert John Mutt Lange. Hendrickson has crafted the perfect storm on Thunder Love. The perfect storm. The track also features the powerhouse studio drumming from Glenn Sobel of Alice Cooper and the Hollywood Vampires, whose thunderous performance helps drive the song's explosive energy.
How many times are they going to throw the word thunder in there?
Thunder is all over this thing. And the name of the song is Thunder. Thunder Love.
My point. So it's like, how many times are they going to throw thunder in there?
Well, it's Thunder Love, it's Thunder Shaking, it's Thunderous.
Thunder Thighs.
Yeah, no shit. Just, again, I'll play the song here. I'm not going to read the rest of this junk, but I'll play the song. The song is fine. It's just that press release is just bad. All right, here we go.
Heavy metal warriors, are you ready to crank it up? The Classic Metal Show is live every Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., and you can blast it right on your big screen TV. Just download the Rumble app on your smart TV or streaming device. Head to rumble.com/c/CMS. Follow the channel and get ready to headbang from your couch or your bed. Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., catch the daily replay, plus killer interviews on Chris Aiken Presents. No cable, no limits, pure classic metal live whenever we hit the stream. Download Rumble now, subscribe, and never miss a riff again. The Classic Metal Show, louder on Rumble.
Def Leppard guys have a sound, don't they?
They got the big drum sound. They got
Yes.
they got the background vocal thing going on.
Yeah.
And
This sounds like an outtake from Hysteria.
it does. It really does. It sounds like a scratch track.
Yeah.
Def Leppard is recording this song, but they just got a scratch track here.
Yeah, they got a roadie or something to sing on it or something, but
And I noticed that since Phil Lewis has a whole new look, this guy decided to take the Phil Lewis look.
he took the Phil Pirate look. I guess that's Crossbone Scully, right? Is the
Okay.
pirate thing, maybe?
I suppose.
Oh, you want a little more of this?
Sure, why not?
It's not a bad
Def
song.
Leppard. Sounds like Def Leppard.
Yeah, it's not a bad song.
Classic Def Leppard.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. Excitable. It's like the same guitar solo, even. I again, don't hate it. By any means, don't hate it, but it really is Def Leppard-y.
Yeah, it's not breaking any new ground at all.
No, I don't think they're trying to, but
It's just it's a very familiar sounding song.
yeah, but not bad. I mean, we get a lot worse through here.
Well, how could it be bad if Mutt Lange is involved?
Well, that's true too. He doesn't lend his name to much. But yeah, so there you go, Crossbone Scully. The thunderous riffs of the shot of lightning and the bolt of thunder or whatever.
Thunderous drums, screaming
God.
guitars.
So stupid. All right, well there you go. That's Crossbone Scully for you. Not
All
bad. I'll listen to. That is an album I'll listen to. If Phil is on this whole record, I'll listen to it. If he's not, I'll listen to it. Sounds okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So do you think Mutt just did this one song, or do you think he's doing the whole album?
I don't know. I hope he does the whole album. Man, I'd love to see that guy come back into.
So given the relationship with this Crossbone Scully and obviously Phil Collin and getting Mutt Lange on to turn the knobs, man. Do you think Mutt is doing this kind of a little on the cheap side for these guys, just as a little favor?
He may have done it for nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably did. I'm
I
sure
don't
he
think
didn't say, okay, my
don't-
rate is $9,000 an hour or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't think a Crossbone Scully with probably no record label support is going to get a Mutt Lange to record.
No, probably not.
one album for him.
But that said, you know what the weird thing is? They might, because of the Alice Cooper connection. I mean, Alice Cooper, there's a lot of people that have tentacle ties to Alice Cooper. And Tommy's been with Alice Cooper for a long time, hasn't he?
He's been over there a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's been at least 10 to 15 years, right?
Has it been that long?
I think it's been that long. He's been there a long time at this point. Again, look at how fast the fucking clock rolls these days, man. It might be 30 years and we just don't even know it, but
Right.
So who knows? I don't know. And honestly, all I care about is it sounds good. And we're so starved for music that sounds good these days. I'll take it.
A little ear candy, if you will.
Although now that we said we like it, we will just get destroyed. Did I tell you how bad we got beat up over saying that Def Leppard song was good? 3 months ago or whatever that was, 2 months ago?
No, I just thought it sounded like a classic Def Leppard.
Classic Def Leppard.
I shared it with one of my coworkers who went to that Motley Def Leppard thing, and he's an 80s guy. He and I are literally 9 days apart in age.
Sure.
And he loves that stuff, and I shared it with him, and I'm adding that to my playlist right now. I like it.
I like it too.
It's is it groundbreaking stuff for Def Leppard? No, but at least it's the first thing they've done in 30 years. It sounds like Def Leppard.
Yeah, it's groundbreaking for the last 25 years anyway. I mean, my God, take what you can get at this point. All right, well, that's Crossbone Scully.
Looking for your daily dose of classic metal? Follow the Classic Metal Show on X at x.com/cmsrocks. Get the latest classic metal news, honest opinions, exclusive clips, and full episodes of the Classic Metal Show. Want to interact with the show? This is the place to do it. X is the one mainstream social media platform we actively focus on, making it the best way to connect directly with us. Follow now at x.com/cmsrocks and join the conversation.